Somebody once said that not knowing where you're going is the fastest way to get nowhere. And in business, yes, you guessed it, this probably means creating a business plan. But wait, before you bounce out thinking that I'm talking about this big business plan full of predictions and forecasts and market depth and addressable market sizes and yada, 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 I'm not. I'm actually talking about a business plan on a page. Yes, you might want to build it out and go into further detail and depth eventually, but when you're first starting out, you don't need the turn-by-turn navigation and all of the detail that comes with that. You just need the overall map. In this video, we're going to talk about how you can create a one-page business plan that I call the revenue roadmap. And the reason I love it and I want to share it is because it takes a really short amount of time, gives you a snapshot of your business, and gets everything that's in your head onto paper. So that's best of all, clarity produces results. Once you put your idea on a page, you can look at it from a bird's eye perspective and see whether you think it's going to be feasible and profitable or not. I've actually killed a lot of really bad ideas this way, and I'm glad, because otherwise I would have wasted time and money trying to get confusing, unprofitable businesses off the ground. And as always, if you like this topic and other topics like it, make sure you let me know by hitting the like button and then the subscribe button and then the bell notification so you can be notified whenever I post. Let's get into it. This study by Oberlo, I don't know how to say that, Oberlo. The facts are more than 20% of small businesses will fail in the very first year, and nearly half of them will fail in the first 5 years. That's a 50-50 chance. What's the primary reason that new businesses fail? 42% of small businesses fail because of a lack of market demand. You need to validate your idea first before you go into the long haul plan. Now, I did this for myself in one of the businesses that we started towards the end of 2019 to the beginning of 2020. We were still figuring out what kind of product it is we were going to sell. We had the raw ingredients. My wife is from Samoa and her family owns farms over there, and they have these amazing plantations of cacao, what you use to make chocolate. And so we looked at all of this stuff and we thought, well, what is it that we can create that is going to be of value? Of course, the most immediate thing was chocolate, but lots of chocolate makers out there. And we came up with this idea around the traditional Samoan drink, Cocoa Samoa. It's like the purest form of hot chocolate you can get, but traditionally they sell them in these big blocks. You got to scrape down and cut down and grate and then put it into your cup, and it takes a lot of time. So what we did was we created a single serve Cocoa Samoa pod. Our unique value proposition was Cocoa Samoa without the wasted time and without the wasted cocoa in the pot. Do you remember that movie called Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, about this crazy chocolate maker called Willy Wonka who creates this incredible factory to produce the most magical kinds of chocolates and treats, and then sends out these golden tickets into the world to allow a select few people to come in and experience the world of chocolate making in Willy Wonka's land? Now imagine you're Willy Wonka and you decide to put this plan onto a page. This is the revenue roadmap. On the top left, you've got the problems that you solve. Here's what Willy Wonka shouldn't have done. The problem is that people don't have chocolate, because that's not the problem. The problem is that people don't have magic, and that's the problem that he's going to solve. So then he looks at his competitors. Who else sells chocolate? And do they provide this experience of magic? Now then, the solutions that you're going to create is not make more chocolate, it's make more magical experiences. Who are the kind of people that are going to buy this? Perhaps they're families, perhaps they're chocolate lovers. Those are just two main demographics, but there might be more. What do early adopters look like? Well, perhaps they are open-minded, they can afford a bar of chocolate. You know, perhaps they're a younger demographic who are going to get excited about this experience and tell all their friends. So what are some of the key metrics? Well, out of a population of, say, 20 million people, you've got 100,000 customers plus 6 key winners who are going to become brand ambassadors, come in and experience it. And in this day and age, it would probably be captured on social media and repurposed as user-generated content. What are the underlying revenue streams? Maybe to you, you might decide, hey, I'm Willy Wonka number 2. I'm going to sell a subscription of chocolate. Well, what is this actual thing that we're going to create? And many people make the mistake of thinking that the idea is all you need for a business, but it's not true. You can innovate in every single one of these boxes, and the more you innovate in each of these boxes, the harder it's going to be for people to copy your business. The way that you're going to stand out is through your unfair advantage. These amazing ideas and people helping you called Oompa Loompas inside your chocolate factory, and nobody can create magic like you. Underneath it is the channels. Where is this going to go out to? Well, obviously chocolate selling stores. This day and age, it might be an e-commerce, willywonka.com. What is the high-level concept? The quickest way to think about what a high-level concept is to just use an analogy. It's X, but for Y. So what you end up doing is you think to yourself, aha, I'm going to create an experience that's kind of like Disneyland meets chocolate. You see how that's immediately different to every other chocolate bar that's out there? Well, this idea is called stickiness. The more sticky you can get your business idea to be, the easier it is to explain to other people what it is and have them remember it. And finally, the last thing that you can do is you can create your unique value proposition. This is where you think about what you've put into the other boxes on the revenue roadmap and you think to yourself, well, what is it that I sell? And so for Willy Wonka, the value proposition that he would have is he puts magic into every bar of chocolate. So if you buy this bar of chocolate, or if you experience this brand, you're going to feel like you're part of this experience and community of people who believe that the world is so much more than what we see in front of our eyes, but that dreams are possible if we believe it. Then you can create an entire marketing campaign just out of that. And there you have it, Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory. Now, I promised you a bonus. You can get the revenue roadmap template that you can use for your business ideas. It's down in the description below. As always, if you've liked this and you want to see more content like this, hit the like button and then the subscribe button and then the bell notification, ka-ding, so that you know when I post and you can be notified. And be sure to check out the next video that'll tell you where to find your customers and how to create customer segments. This is Justin Theng. Thanks for joining me for this video. I'm out.